Hello, people. This is your boy Minivan Primetime TV here. Now, I remember in like around 2020 or like around the pandemic, I remember like researching stuff about the MK Ultra programming and what is MK Ultra, and particularly beta sex kittens and how they use beta sex kittens not just for sex or like sexual purposes, but they can be used in many things. Now, I think that people like it started around like the 60s, and even around that time, there was like assets like Marilyn Monroe, where she was allegedly diamond level programming. Like right now since 2000s, Kim Kardashian, like people like them are perfect examples. And now today, you have a whole bunch of these MK assets running around, especially in the OnlyFans sector or the adult industry sector, which really is porn, the pornography sector, like not controlling like young adults, but like especially young adult male minds, like porn or the pornography world is becoming more and more popular, whether it's people being pro porn or anti pornography. But the one thing you can't deny is porn is really affecting the internet today, and the internet is highly sexual. Whether it's not just hardcore pornography, it's softcore too. Like you go on Instagram and the first thing you see is a girl's butt cheeks or a girl's breasts, whether it's in a bikini, short shorts, tight dress, yoga pants, whatever it may be that's sexual. Like you got a lot of these females sexualize themselves, not just on social media, but you also see this like in person or outside of social media too, where you see a lot of these girls like comparison to Eastern societies, like more, girls or females, women are more covered up, but in the West they're more like revealing. Now there is revealing women that reveal themselves in Eastern countries. Don't get me wrong, but it's a common thing mostly like in America, UK, Canada, like the top Western countries, Australia, where all four of these countries have in common is you have a OnlyFans hubs in four of these countries. Like you got a lot of OnlyFans girls in Australia. Like I think there was a story that like I watched where somebody talked about like a daughter of a Australian politician. He had to drop out of a race because of his daughter doing OnlyFans. And in Canada, it's popular in Canada. Like you got a bunch of like you got people like Alinity. I think she was Canadian. Pokemon. She's not on OnlyFans. Um, like you got a whole bunch of these girls that's in Canada that do OnlyFans. In America, in particularly, like I remember, like in the Catch Me Outside girl, which will be a topic in this video about a particular person. She made an OnlyFans after she turned 18, and I do think that she is mind control programming. I think she's monarch programming. I do think Dr. Phil and her mom was her handler, and I do think that Young Boy or one of those rappers is a handler to her. She does have a butterfly tattoo on her ass, so I mean, like, take that for how y'all want to. But yeah, like you got a whole bunch of these assets in the entertainment world, in the athletic world, which the athletic world is a part of the entertainment world. And I'm not saying this to be rude and disrespectful. I respect these athletes for their gifts and talents, what they do out on the field, the ice, the whatever, the hardwood should be respected. But there are minstrels. And I'm saying that in a respectful way. I'm not saying that in a jokeful, mean way. Like they are there to entertain people, but they also get entertained themselves by these whores, which most of these porn stars and stuff and these adult entertainers are minstrels for sexual purposes. And like I said, I'm not saying that to be mean and evil and a jerk, but like I said, I'm saying this to be like these people are used for entertainment. These things are used to like get people's minds off of things that really matter in this earth, like things that you should research and learn, digest. Don't what's the term I'm looking for? Don't have information overload. I mean, that's why entertainment it can be used, but you don't want to use it too much. Like you should use it to burn out the information overload. But yeah, like the one person I want to talk about in this video is this person.
Now,
Isabella Blair. That's her real name. Her name is not Sophie Rain. Now, as y'all can see, especially during this interview. Now, I didn't watch the whole interview. I'm just using this as a I'm trying to think of his name, like excerpt, not excerpt. That's not even a word, but like excerpt for this video. As y'all can see in Sophie Rain, she got the blonde highlights in her hair, and look at her face. Like it looked like she like driving her car in the middle of the night, and she happens to see a deer. And that's common for MK assets to have the 1,000 yard stare. Um, there's a whole bunch. I think Britney Spears, she had one. Kanye West definitely has one. The 1,000 yard stare. Like a whole bunch of these celebrities y'all see has that thousand yard stare. Also, by the way, MK Assets also have the sleepy eye too. Now, I do see sort of a sleepy eye on Sophie Rain. I do. One of her eyes do look slanted, but um, some celebrities do have a sleepy eye. That's also for programming, deep programming. One of their eyes. I think the show Gravity Falls. One of the characters on that show, I think her name is Sleepy Susan or whatever. She had a eye that was like droopy or whatever. And like I said, I think they had an episode where she was a mind control asset. I could be wrong. One of my Gravity Falls people who like remember show. I haven't watched show since pandemic. They had an episode where it was basically like that show had a lot of esoteric themes in it, and not just Gravity Falls. You also have Stranger Things, and so many of these shows have a lot of esoteric themes to it. And we're living in an esoteric world. Like we're living in a Truman Show, man. And Sophie Rain is a part of that show where, like I said, I do think she's a scripted character. I do think that's like she is controlled. I don't think she has a life to herself. Like, cause let's be honest and real. They can get rid of Sophie Rain and find a new girl that has that look to her. She got nice breasts, a nice butt, um, cute in the face. They can find several other Sophie Rains. And like I said, Sophie Rain is an attractive girl. It's just a shame that she's doing OnlyFans, like going by a two-dimensional level. Like a lot of these girls, man, like their only options. I mean, they're the options that they only think is doing OnlyFans, but they could go to college. They could be a wife to a man. Like they can do things that's not doing adult entertainment, but they choose the easy route, and it's pretty sad.
to this point, you've made over $100 million.
Yes.
And the person that's interviewing her, which y'all know, is Vlad, the known culture vulture himself. Which I don't really like using that term because I know this might sound controversial. I think people's gonna get upset with me for saying this. This is my opinion. I don't think black people have a culture. Now, my definition. Let me explain to y'all what my definition of culture is: a language system, historical customs, a spiritual book to go by, like the Bible, and strict rules of what to do and what not to do in a culture. That's a culture to me. Culture to me is not sagging your pants, listening to hip hop, saying the N word all day, and like African American vernacular or whatever it's called, stupid thing is called. That's not culture to me. That's just black Babylonianism. Because we living in Babylon, modern day Babylon.
Okay. Now, people have questioned that, right? I remember you pulled out your phone on a.
On a podcast.
Yeah. Are you willing to do that
I
now?
can right now if you want me to.
Do you mind if I sit next to you so we can kind of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just make sure I'm logged in first because I might not be logged in.
Let me know when you're ready.
Now, before she does all this her silliness, she's not gonna show her actual like OnlyFans or what she makes. And to be honest, I don't think she makes what she makes. Or if she does, I do think there's some sort of rigging to it. Like I said, because they want to persuade these young girls to think that this is their only option to do if like they after post high school, and like this is not the way to go. Like, I would rather work hard for my money than get the quick buck by doing stuff like this. Whoring and pimping yourself out. Maybe because I'm not an attractive girl with big breasts and a nice butt, but like I said, I don't want to do the easy. Like, even if I did have those things, I don't want the easy route like Sophie Rain is doing.
Hang on. I'm not logged in. I have a picture of it.
That's cool.
Let's see. Here is the last screenshot I took from the statement page. If you can comment if you want to see.
Oh, you can show it on the screen.
This is the last screenshot I took. This is.
I do think there's some sort of rigging to this, man. Like I just said, I do think that Sophie Rain is a top OnlyFans asset. And she's not the only asset on OnlyFans that is an MK asset. Now, I do think that Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips are. And another thing, too. Speaking of Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips, I do think that they are a twin program. And like I said, y'all can call me a conspiracy theorist. Y'all can call me a nut job. Do whatever y'all want. Y'all can stay or get the fuck out. Either or. If y'all gonna call me a crazy conspiracy nut and leave, then that's all good. Y'all don't have to stay, but y'all can stay and be informed. Like I said, I advise y'all to do your own research and not believe everything I say and look these things on your own. There's a lot of articles, there's a lot of books that talks about the MK Ultra programming and particularly the Beta Sex Kitten programming too. And if y'all want to know like any articles and stuff that y'all can't find because they do censor stuff, y'all can ask me for the links to those things and I'll give it to y'all. The links for articles and books that talks about. But going back to Lily Phillips and Bonnie Blue, I do think they are twin programming now. I did saw the video, or I did see the video where some person was talking about that Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips are around the same area in the UK. Like they do have closer proximity to each other, and I do think it's ironic, like how I'm not trying to say these people are alike, like how Michael Jackson and Prince, they were both from the Midwest. They were both Jehovah's Witnesses growing up, and like they were both like pop stars that came out around the same time or got popular around the same time, excuse me. And I do think that Lily Phillips and Bonnie Blue are the same thing. I do think it's ironic of them being around the same area, both being British and like both being popular at the same time is a coincidence. Like these things don't happen by just sheer and utter like just it happens. Like I do think this is stuff does happens and they do want this to happen. Like it's just like with Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips, and they particularly Bonnie Blue, she got into a beef with Sophie Rain. It's two assets just being two assets fighting each other, and like of course there's gonna be friction between the assets, and like I said, they do have a purpose. I do think it's like a red versus blue or ice versus fire situation. And those are two esoteric things that's paired with each other. Or black versus white, another esoteric, two esoteric things, the checkerboard floors. That's why we have white people. That's why we have black people. Um, Sophie Rain representing the pure, like the mother goddess aspects of like her being spiritual and being a virgin whore, and Bonnie Blue being that having that Kali Ma horror spirit, the I think Hecate or Isis spirit where she's chaotic. That one goddess that had her legs spreaded. Um, where she's like chaotic. Like they both represent two types of mother goddesses. One representing the whorish, like Satanist one, and Sophie Rain being an angelic whore. And like I said, I do think that like there's a thing called the Vestal Virgins, and what's where women who worship Vesta, they were virgins, but they were virgins in a spiritual way for their religious beliefs, not because they want to be virgins, but they were mostly for their religious beliefs. And I do think Sophie Rain is a modern version of a Vestal Virgin. She believes in the Most High, or believes in God, or believes in Jesus, or what they call Jesus, or what most brothers and sisters call Hawashai or Yeshua, or like I said, mostly the Hebrew Israelite brothers and the Christian brothers and sisters called Jesus. Like, she worships that, and like I said, she's also a whore, and like I said, she wants to be pure and a virgin, like quote unquote Mary, which Mary wasn't a virgin. She had sex with Joseph, by the way. But she's not. Like I said, she's a whore. She represents the whore of Babylon. Like, she has that Deborah spirit, to be honest.
Unedited, okay? I would log in right now, but my phone's not loading.
It's all good.
And yeah, this is right here. This is the gross, 110 million.
Like I
Yeah.
said, look at this girl's eyes, man. Like, you cannot tell me that she isn't an MK asset. Like, she is mind controlled. I do think she's mind controlled.
It's been insane and really hard to believe. But
Now, also, just like with Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips, I do think that Aisha, or her friend Aisha, is twin program with her. Like, they're both girls that both of them. Sophie Rain has Asian descent, but Aisha is fully Asian. And like I said, I do think it's pretty ironic that these two girls came out around the same time and they're paired up with each other. And I do think that she is twin program, and I do think somebody from the Bop House or a person from the background is these girls' handlers and stuff. Like I said, this is pretty much a modern day Playboy Mansion without Hugh Hefner being the main person. Now, speaking of Hugh Hefner, this is the man that compared himself to the Pan God, by the way, allegedly. Like, he compared himself to Pan, and this is the same man that had um I think he had like relationships with like homosexual relationships and all type of stuff. Like, there was a lot of stuff in the Playboy Mansion. Like, a lot of I do think that, oh yeah, Hugh Hefner also has the military background too. And the military has the background with the MK Ultra program, and like I said, I do think that there is somebody in the background with controlling Sophie Rainer. This is the same girl that was in the same video with Josh Peck, the boy that was on Drake and Josh. Now, like I said, I do think they did have plans for her then to be something or whatever. It could be. I'm not trying to make it sound weird, but like I said, like, they did have plans for her. There was something in my head that was in my head for a second, and I just forgot about it. But like, I do think that Sophie Rain, like, her career is scripted.
I'm very grateful every single day.
Okay, and that 100 million does not come from the $5 a month.
No.
But let's be honest with her. You went to her account and you was going into it. Like, this is the same man that interviewed like porn stars too, and he admitted during this interview that him and the adult industry is pretty close. Him and the other degenerate Adam 22, which, like I said, like, those are two people that black people complain about that are culture vultures. Which, I mean, they do, like, I do think they are suspicious. I do think that Vlad TV, yeah, there was rumors about him being a Mason. Like I said, it could be true, it could be not. It's all alleged. I do think that him and yeah, also Adam 22, his last name is Grand Mason or whatever too. Keep that in mind too. Like I said, these are both scripted characters. I do think that they are handlers.
Comes from personal clients who are paying much bigger fees. So you mentioned that your biggest customer has paid you $1.4 million.
I think now, because that
Higher
was
than that now?
higher. I think now he has given. His name's Charlie. He's a really awesome guy.
Shout out to Charlie.
Shout out to Charlie. He has given me around 7 million now at this point.
Wait. It went from 1.4 to 7.
Yes.
That last interview was not that long ago.
Yeah, he's a really awesome guy.
Okay, what does Charlie do for a living?
I honestly don't know. I don't ask him about that. He doesn't like to talk about his personal life.
You never ask him about that?
He doesn't like to talk about his personal life.
Okay.
And
I would ask him about that.
He's a really nice guy. He has a wife and kids, but they They know about me.
And like, and it's really funny how she had a stalker storyline. A lot of these other asses too, like Sabrina Carpenter and Britney Spears, they both had stalkers too, and they're both MK assets. They're both beta test kittens programming assets. And particularly Sabrina Carpenter, she's definitely a beta test kitten. And I do think that Britney Spears was Disney programmed. She was a Disney, I think it was the Disney Club. It was around the 90s. Sorry about that, people. I got interrupted. But yeah, going back, I do think that all these three people have in common is that they're all MK assets, man. I do think that Sabrina Carpenter is a MK beta test kitten too. Like they highly use her for sexual purposes. Like she has that horror spirit to her. Like I said, like it's just like I do think it's a coincidence that all these people came out like her and OnlyFans, and you got Sydney Sweeney too. That she's a MK beta test kitten too for the Hollywood world. Like they used her for sex. She had like a Euphoria scene where she was dressed up as a sexual dog or whatever, and she had like a dog collar on. Like these people, it's just like there's no shame no more. And there was like and around the NBA finals, she was there in the game, and Charles Barkley was like, "Sydney Sweeney, Sweeney's there. Oh my God." Well, he didn't say "Oh my God," but like it's just like, "Chuck, be choke. Why are you so hyper about these?" Cause they got some bad titties. But speaking about Shaquille O'Neal or Shaq, I do think that Shaq is an MK asset too in the NBA world. And like he was born, like he did have military ties. He was born in Germany, and like I said, like I said, he was paired up with another asset in Kobe Bryant, which he died a couple years ago. And like the whole Kobe Bryant's death, man. Like I said, like I do think I know there's gonna be brothers and sisters, particularly brothers that's gonna get mad. Cause my channel or videos like this is geared for so-called, like not just so-called black men, but men period, but mostly black men. But like I said, like I do think that the whole Kobe Bryant death was scripted. It was planned. Like I said, it was just like it was so weird when it happened, and it just like I said, like these people they have no shame for themselves and stuff. They willingly will like sacrifice people because they believe in these gods, and they'll do whatever for these gods, these pagan gods.
They're not. I know it's a really
And oh yeah, going back to Shaq. Shaq invited this woman to be invited her. I mean, she invited Shaq to be a DJ for his wedding, man. And I do think it's crazy. Like, it's just like Shaq. Like I said, I do think he's an MKS and she's an MK based Mexican. I do think they use her. She could say she a virgin. It is what it is. I don't think she is, but I do think they use her for sexual purposes. And like I said, Shaq a couple years ago, he was on a date with Brittany Renner. Like I said, I do think that they use these girls. I do think that Brittany Renner is a beta sex kitten too. That they use these girls for sex. And there was a girl a couple years ago, I forgot her name, that she said she had sex with the whole Phoenix Suns basketball team. Like, it's just like, they use these assets to have sex with these athletes and entertainers. And there was a video of her talking about an NBA player being in her DMs, which she rejected or whatever.
Know about you?
They do know about me, yes.
In what way?
He's told them about me before.
Okay, so tell me about these interactions. So number one, like he's paid $7 million altogether. What is the single biggest payment he's made to you?
I think.
Oh. Who are these dudes that's funding these girls, man? Y'all need to meet a real woman. These girls are fake, man. These girls are bought and paid for, man. There's actually attractive women. I'm not saying it's easy to get a girl. It's not. But like I said, like the whole buying OnlyFans, the incels, the simps, the whole what is being a man today? Because being a man is not a man. Most of these people are males, like masquerading as men.
Gosh, I'm not sure.
Cause that's not man behavior. Buying stuff for a girl that you don't know, and she could be a horrible person in real life.
Maybe 500.
$500,000.
And by the way, real life is not real life.
At one point,
I
yeah.
think people will definitely call me crazy for saying that.
And what did that $500,000 entail?
He just likes like long conversations on the phone. I'll talk to him. He'll tell me just about his day, what he's been doing, and yeah, it's pretty nice.
Okay, and it's not a video situation. It's a
lot of times it's FaceTime, like a face call.
Okay.
Or I'll do like custom videos and stuff like that.
Hey, you might as well give him ass. Stop lying and saying that you're a virgin.
All right, is it ever beat ups?
Ever meet up?
I thought he said beat ups. I'm like, whoa, Vlad, what are you talking about?
No, never met him in real life.
Okay.
Never met him in real life.
But I'm sure.
Why she gotta say that too? Like I said, this girl's an MK asset, man. Like, you wanna know what's funny? Like, going back to the Truman Show, he had like a fake wife, and like she's giving me that vibes of like Truman's like Drew. I'm about to say Drew Carey, the comedian from Cleveland. I'm talking about Jim Carrey. It reminds me of that. Like, she reminds me of like, it's like the movie like how Robot with the woman from Married with Children. I forgot her name. Katie Segal. It's like her character. Like, she's like a robot, man. Like, this girl's like it's really funny how they also selling these sex robots, but Sophie Rain is no different. Like, she's like a sex robot. Especially watching this interview, like, this woman looks creepy. If you look away from the looks, like, this woman looks demonic as fuck. Like, I just don't get how any man can like be around this woman while getting the creep jobs. Like, this woman is fucking creepy. In all type of level. You see this shit? This fucking woman is crazy. I mean, not crazy, but she looks creepy.
Of your viewers.
Like, look at this shit, man. Like, you can't not tell me. Like, y'all can call me a conspiracy theorist or whatever, but this girl is an MK asset.
Up with you and offer you that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've had a lot of people offer money to meet up and do all these things, but I have a boundary that I don't cross, and that's one of them.
What boundary? You're a whore.
Meeting up for activities. I'm not doing that.
I mean, you're a whore plus you got security. Like, come on. All right, let's talk about her turning down the NBA player. I'm not gonna play all this video. Y'all can watch this yourselves, but yeah, I'm just play the video.
Okay. Now, and you said that when you approach this, that you have values and morals, and there's certain things.
Which the fuck she don't. She really doesn't. She's a whore. Point blank. Period. Because if she had morals and values, she would not be doing OnlyFans. No woman with morals and values would do OnlyFans. If she's the Christian that she claims she is, she would cover herself up. She would wear like something to cover up her head. She would wear a long dress, and she would carry the Bible, where she claims she reads. But like, these people are fucking fools, man. She's not the only Christian, or she's not the only westernized Christian or whatever, a modern Christian who has tattoos, who whores themselves out, eats pork, call their children kids. Like, she's not the only one. She's a product of our environment. I feel bad. I don't say feel bad for her, but yeah, she's a product of her environment.
You won't do.
Yes.
Now,
I don't feel bad for her.
A lot of porn stars go on there and put up porn content. They put up boy-girl content. They put up whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But you actually don't do that.
Alright, bullshit. She does it. She don't do it on camera, but she gives up that. For a woman that hangs out with NLE Choppa, a rapper, Shaquille O'Neal, Who else? I think, who? She did some videos with Danielle Bregoli. She probably was Furbergen. Like I said, another MK asset. Or who else? She did collabs with. Like she does several collabs with many male creators or whatever. She has to be fucking them. Now I do think Aiden Ross, he did had interaction with her on social media. Now I don't think he fucked her, but like I do think that he is like not just because he's Jewish, but I do think there's more toward Aiden Ross. Like brothers, sisters, if y'all have any like information about Aiden Ross that I need to know, let me know because I do think that dude is suspicious, man. Like this dude owns his own boxing stuff and like he want to do interviews with this people and that. Like it's just like there's something more about that dude. Like a lot of these characters that he surrounds himself with the clavicular character and the neon character, like a whole bunch of these characters. Karina Kampf, her, like a lot of these rappers, man. I do think there's more towards doing. Now he's hanging out with this Palm Beach Pete character that they say that look like Epstein. Like it's like I said, it's like a real Truman Show, man.
Now, I joined your OnlyFans just to see.
Yeah, you was fucking gooning to it. You was masturbating to it. You was wanking to it. You was doing all type of things. You was spraying that Vlad TV. As soon as you was popping her OnlyFans and she would start showing her ass, you would start, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, Sophie, oh my god, stop, I can't stop, oh my god, oh she's so hot, oh man, like you was beating your shit. You was beating your shit to her.
For research purposes to see what
research purposes.
It's about.
Right.
And it's interesting. So when I look back in the older ones, it's a lot of bikini shots and so forth, right?
Yes.
But once we get closer to this date, I feel like there's more kind of explicit stuff that gets mentioned, right?
You said bikini content. Don't she does that on Instagram? That's another thing about OnlyFans that pissed me off. A lot of these girls be posting sexualized stuff on Instagram, and then you want people to pay extra for it about the same things they do on Instagram. Like it's so stupid. OnlyFans business is a stupid business. Lucrative because they pimp yourself out with being a whore, but it's a stupid business.
So let me take a look. So there's a new post. He said, "My new full
like I said, the code mindset is meet a real woman.
Stripping and
I
masturbation
guess code sentence. I guess
videos dropping tonight." Right.
Right.
So it is sexual content, but it's not boy-girl content.
Correct.
So was this something that you were doing?
So I guess she plays with herself. I guess I don't know.
Time, or is this something that you kind of expanded over time?
I've kind of been doing it all the whole time. Really, like, I like making OnlyFans content. It's super easy.
No, you don't. Stop lying. A lot of these girls be probably doing drugs. They probably hate themselves because, like I said, like their parents probably hate what they're doing and they hate what they're doing. And like I said, like unless you're a massive whore like Bonnie Blue, who enjoys doing OnlyFans content for the pure, like, oh, it's fun to be a whore? Because it's not.
Fun with it. I play music and I just put up my camera, and a lot of people like that. And
yeah, a lot of simps like that. A lot of simps and incels.
It stayed the same throughout the whole time.
Well, and you're also collaborating with Bad Baby.
Yes.
Yeah, another MK asset that was bought by Dr. Phil, a known MK handler. And she was under Oprah, and Oprah is well-known MK asset. Her name is Harpo backwards. Harpo Marx. He was like a former comedian too, and like, and she said that she got her name from Harpo Marx. I doubt it. She got her name from the Hippocrates Harpo, the Egyptian god.
Already out?
Yes, it is out.
Okay. Now, Bad Baby's...
Like, this rabbit hole gets deeper and deeper, and the more you look into it, the more you do research. That's why I suggest brothers to do research of what I'm talking about.
she joined right when she turned 18.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
Where she made a comment saying that all these guys that subscribe to her OnlyFans at 18 are perverts and pedophiles and so forth.
Well, I don't want to say pedophiles, but they are perverts. Now, I bet people are gonna be mad. Listen to what I'm saying. Let me tell y'all what a pedophile is. A pedophile is a person who likes girls, prepubescent people. Now, what these people could be is he-pe-philes, like people that are into people that's around like 16 to 18 or 19 or whatever, like late teens or whatever. Now, in between that is a hebephile, where you just like teenagers, like people that's like 13, 14, 15, somewhere around that age. Like, yeah, and I think Sophie Rain, she attracts he-pe-philes or he-pe-philes, whatever it's called, like people that's into like young girls, because this woman is really like 23 or 24 or 25 or whatever, and she lies and say that she's 20, 22 or whatever, 23 or not 23, 21, 22. It's like it's so retarded. I mean, I get why she's doing this retarded stuff, but it's so stupid if you look at all this.
How'd you feel about that statement?
I haven't really experienced that. I think that whenever someone gives me weird vibes, I block them immediately from my OnlyFans.
I mean, the porn business, the adult entertainment business is a weird business, man. Because most of these people don't have lives and they have parasocial relationships with these females, unfortunately.
So I just try to protect myself from all of that.
And there's people that have parasocial relationships with Sophie Rain, and she knows that. Like, that's why she has stalkers, which is unfortunate. But like I said, I do think this could be a scripted event for her, mostly to empower her and other whores.
I've been doing a pretty good job at it.
Okay.
I don't really.
A lot of these men be empowering these whores.
Yeah. And
another video you're doing. Well, I guess
Stop empowering these whores.
Kid with Bad Babies, a 2-girl dildo video.
Mm-hmm.
So you're doing, like I said, sexual content, but it's not with men.
Correct.
Okay. Is there a reason for that?
Not.
I want to be a virgin. I want to stay a virgin. Man, no, I'm not a virgin. I'm fucking Big Bubba and Jamal and Tyrone and Chad and Sean, Kevin, David, Tyreek, Jamal, all these dudes.
Really? Like my boundaries, really? I think that I'm
just well, I guess she has boundaries. She's not Bonnie Bluish.
For the right person, and I don't want to sabotage a relationship in the future that I might have with someone.
What relationship? You're a whore. Your relationship is gonna get already sabotaged because you're a whore. That's your job, is a whore. And what real man is gonna date this woman that's a whore? Oh man, I don't need that to happen. There's something. I'm watching something in the background. But yeah, no real man will want Sophie Rain, to be honest and real. Like, the best option for her is to date Adam 22, another man whore. Man whore himself.
Because I'm doing these things on OnlyFans, I think what I'm doing right now is very...
Like Lena the Plug, which they got divorced. Look how that turned out. Whores never win.
Tame.
And oh my god, I feel bad Sophie Rain has children. Her child is going to unfortunately get bullied because of Sophie Rain's behavior on the internet.
So I have no problems with it. I have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course you have no problems with it because you're a whore yourself. You're an attention whore.
These are porn stars. At the end of the day, you know.
Flat TV is a joke.
Do whatever you feel comfortable.
Yeah, a joke.
You have criticized.
Yeah, like your boy, your homeboy, Adam 22.
Or Bonnie Blue for what she does. And why
Which,
is that?
like I said, is stupid. Like, they're two assets going against each other that basically have like damn near identical purposes or identical ideologies. It's just that one is more extreme and the other is more like conservative about her ideology that they're spreading.
I think it's two opposite ends. Also, she's very extreme.
Which I just mentioned. Like, I do think that there could be an MI5 with, like, MI5 or the Tavistock Institute or whoever that's in the background from helping Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips, because, like I said, like a lot of these girls are highly being promoted in the Western world, and it's not healthy at all. Like you got Bonnie Blue going to like Indonesia, causing destruction, having sex, and making chaos with officials, and she basically got banned from the country. Well, I mean, I guess she can go in the country in the future or whatever until her ban is lifted. But yeah, it's just like these people have no respect for themselves, man. And like I do think that they are controlled.
Obviously, she's doing well at it.
By somebody in the background, whoever it could be.
She look at where she is. I just would never do that myself. It's a little insane.
Of course, because you have a brand. Like that there's some porn stars or there's certain adult entertainers that that one girl want to be a stripper, the other girl want to do food porn, guys, a bunch of BBCs but the BWCs going up inside her. The other girl, she wants to do prostitution. Like the other girl, she just want to like strip down, and I already mentioned stripping, but like I'm not talking about dancing in the pole, like just all teasing men. Like it's like y'all got so many styles. Like it's so many styles of being a whore. Like the whore of Babylon is a real thing.
I think that doesn't sound pleasant.
Well,
like I said, I do think that Sophie Rain, not just the whore of Babylon, but she got that Deborah spirit too. Knowing that she's supposed to be high and mighty of God or whatever she is.
Said that you were a virgin.
Yes.
You're not a virgin.
That's still the case?
Yes.
Today on May 22nd, 2026.
That is still the case.
She's gonna keep lying. She's gonna lie. Like that's her brand, is lying.
Were you dating though? Once you started OnlyFans?
There was some guy that deflowered her. She's just keeping it a secret because this is a gimmick.
I've been trying. I've definitely been trying, but I just
trying what? There's no real man that's gonna want you except if he's a simp.
Find someone that makes me like happy, like that's someone that I want.
I better not see no Sophie Rain defenders in the comments.
The rest of my life with, so I'm I'm okay.
Okay. Now, people say that that's not really true, that you're just pushing this whole virgin...
Which is not true.
...narrative because it gets men more interested and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say to that?
I think a lot of people have an image of me online. You know, there's millions...
Well, because you're a whore.
...of people that look at...
You promote yourself by whoring yourself out, and making Spider-Man videos geared towards children, which, like I said, that in itself is disgusting. To promote your adult content to children.
Me every single day, and obviously people are going to believe things that other people say about me online because it's the internet. Everyone believes everything.
But well, not everybody believes everything, but like I said, there's a lot of fake news out here, but like have stuff that you put on the internet, of course people's gonna make assumptions about you because what you put out there is what you put out there, and it's very, 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 very disgusting. Like, if you go on this girl's Instagram, all you see is her tits and her ass. And her being a whore. And don't even get me started with the leaks of her. There's a lot of leaks of Sophie Rain. Which I don't get why people pay for her shit. Especially if there's going to be leaks of Sophie Rain.
I know who I am, and I know my personal values and my morals and where I stand. And that's all that matters to me at the end of the day. So people can just believe whatever they want. Like I said,
like, why do people pay for this shit if there's a lot of free porn out there?
You said an NBA player offered you $15 million for your virginity.
Yes, that is true. This is true. But obviously I'm not doing that.
She's a respectable prostitute.
Say what team he plays for.
I cannot. I do not want to speculate or anything, start anything.
Well, listen, if you're passing, I'll take that offer.
Yeah, of course you're going to take that offer because you're a fucking simp. But yeah, I'm going to end it here, man. Yeah, I do think that Sophie Rain is an MK asset. Like, I do think that she is brought and paid for. Like, I do think she's also twin programmed with Aisha, Sophie, or whatever the girl name is. Like, I do think these people are scripted characters. Hers, Aisha, Sophie, or whatever the girl name is. Bonnie Blue, Lily Phillips. Like I said, like this whole OnlyFans empire, man, and the man who made OnlyFans unfortunately died. And it's just like, look at what his website became to, just a full-on like whorehouse. Like he made it for people like Patreon, for people to show their gifts and talents. It becoming a full on whorehouse, like a brothel or whatever. And yeah, like, and I guess the shoot, to be honest, you ask me, the pop house is probably a brothel anyway. Go in there, you go first thing you'll see is some guy blowing some girl's back out or whatever, like some crazy shit like that. But yeah, this your boy Main Event Primetime TV. I'm out. Peace.